Hey guys, I am practicing color neutral ZZ again. I thought I'd do some example solves. Um, so yeah, so let's do the first scramble. U prime, R prime, U prime, L prime, D2, B prime, L, U, L2, U, F2, U2, L2, D prime, R2, D, B2, D prime, B2, L, U2. All right, what do we have? Okay, so typically I think what people have the most trouble with when doing color neutral ZZ is like how do you quickly pick like narrow down the options and pick what you're going to do. So the first thing I saw on this scramble that that basically instantly told me how or narrowed it down to one of two crosses from one of four angles is I see these two pieces on the yellow. Let me bring the cube closer. I see these two pieces on yellow. These are E-layer edges from white or yellow. And in this orientation, they are oriented. And I saw this third E-layer edge or F2L edge in the equator. It's also oriented, so only one of the equator edges is bad from this perspective. So then it's just a matter of, do I want to do white or yellow? We could do white. We could do R prime, U, R2, F prime, something like that. But what I see first is solve this. What's it called? Sorry, to solve yellow cross. It's pretty easy, I think. I see we can do L because the bad edges are here, here, this bar, and this edge. So if we can do L B2 to place this cross edge relative to this one. F2 U prime. So now we have this long bar. FL. So that builds this pretty large like block on the D layer we can do some cool stuff with. So this is, if we just align it, it solves these pairs, which is cool. But yeah, we have a bunch of these edges in the U layer. So we can do something like R prime, U prime R, solve this one to the back, and cancel that into this, inserting this edge as well. And then we do D2. And so now we have a pseudo EO 2 by 2 by 3. I guess from here, it would be better to solve a back slot, right? Easy front slot. That's a pretty cool solve, I think. Of course, I'm smooth brain. I wouldn't see that like in an actual solve, probably not that much. Like getting into like the block here, I probably would have tried to just like solve the two specific edges, and then into the. I probably would have like set it up where the two solved corners are in the back, solve the two edges in the front, and then done a wide U2. So that way I have back slots filled. But it's kind of cool, like an idea. So the next scramble. L prime, F prime, U2, R2, B prime, D, B, R prime, L prime, U prime, L2, U, L2, F2, D prime, R2, B2, U prime, F2 prime, I guess, or just F2, U prime. Okay, so yeah, this jumps out, obviously. This is on the wrong side of this line. But anyways, let's take a look how many bad edges we have from two different perspectives. So from this side with like white, yellow front, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 bad edges. Let's check this side. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is obviously going to be better. So if we just do D, F prime, Okay, so that we can do D, F prime, and this is a good spot, but this is oriented pair, so we could actually do D, and we'll leave these two opposites for now. D, U, solve this pair, U prime, F prime, and then solve this pair, I think. So yeah, D, U, solve that pair, U prime, F prime, and then solve those two. So that was easy EO cross +2 planning, I guess. Pretty lucky. Then we have an easy back pair. Solve this. And so now I will do D prime, so I can align this. And then I recognize this is diag pi, so I'm bad. I'm going to do COLL. And then, yeah, do some bad stuff. All right, I'll do one more scramble. R prime, U2, L2, D2, B, F, L2, B, D2, B prime, D2, R2, B prime, R prime, D, L2, F, L, D2, L prime. Okay, so taking a quick glance, I see four, like X, or like from this perspective, I see a bunch of good edges from this axis, blue-green, right? I see these two. I see blue. Like I always look for like scan for like UD colors on a face. So like here I see green and blue. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 good edges with blue or green on top. And then I see these two are also good from this with white yellow front. So that's a great indication. So we have 4 good on the bottom, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 good edges, which means we only have 4 bad edges. So where are they? It's 1, 2, 3, 4. So yeah, red comes after yellow. So we could do U prime, R prime, and I would put this on the D layer here. Actually, this is bad. These 3 are bad, and this is bad. What if we do L2D, right? You can put this red would be here, so they could align it. Yeah, I think that's what I would do. So we do L2D, then F, and then pretty easy. So here you want to make sure you solve this in the right order, and I see this edge, so I'll track it, F2, L2, B2. So now we have like this block, and then we can solve this with keyhole. Fill in this back slot. I don't see the corner for this edge or the edge for this corner, so they have to be in the back. And because I don't know what the orientation of the corner is, I'm going to solve this front slot first because the edge can only be in one way, and I see the corners like this, so we can just do L and solve it. Then I see the orientation of the corner, so I can solve it into the back. I started this, so I'll continue, but probably would have been smarter to preserve the block different way. But yeah, okay, that's the solve.